For this particular episode of How Do You Do That, we're going to cover some very unusual situations. So in this type of situation, older movies used to have their optical dissolves printed separately with a optical printing machine, and then afterwards they were later spliced into the original negative. And for that reason, every time you would come to a dissolve, you'd have a density shift and a change in quality of the image, and then afterwards you'd have your dissolve, and at the end of the dissolve there'd be another density shift and then change of quality in the image, and of course a different color. So this all had to be corrected by the operator. So we have here a scene from a movie, and now what I want to do here at this point is first I want to do the color correction for this shot. And as you can see, if I look down at the scopes, I can see pretty much what's going on here. So what we do first is fix the lift area, bring that down to here like so, and then I get it to the point that I want it to be, and then we bring the gain up like so, and then adjust it like that. Okay, so now that looks pretty good for me. Okay, sky on this planet is not supposed to be blue, so that's fine, that's okay. Now as you can see here, if I come back to the next so as you can see here, we've gone to the dissolve, color changes drastically, and also density and everything has changed. So what I want to do next is, the secret behind doing this is, first things first, we grab a still, put that into our gallery, and then we move to the dissolve. Now the first thing I'm going to do is just get the levels to a point where it's going to match approximately to where I want to be. Bring that down a bit, bring the gain up a bit, bring it like so. Now what I want to do is match it with this particular image. So what I will do next is right mouse click on this, play the still, and as you can see I have a half wipe here between the image that I just corrected and the image in the previous part of the clip. So as you can see, what I want to do is match these up. Now if by changing the white position I can exactly see where the change is going on. Another really useful function too is by changing the, as you can see here, if I change the levels and if I look on the scopes, I can actually see where the density shift is happening. And then I can come up to here, and then using my gamma control, bring it up a bit like there. Now as you can see, by using the wipe function here, I have actually corrected across in this area. Now if I turn this off, I can now see the difference between on and off, and it's pretty close, but it's probably a little bit warmer, like so. So now if I turn this off, I can see the difference here. It's a little bit brighter on that side. And there we have it. Okay, so now if I come over here, we've got to dissolve into this shot here. Okay, now as you can see, when I come to this part of the scene, it gets a little bit too bright there. So I need to correct that because it's still in an optical effect at that point. So what I want to do is I come at this point of the dissolve, come to my keyframe area. I'm using node number 1. So now what I want to do is change this to color. So this way I'm putting keyframes in the color area there. And we want to make this, we want to make the dissolve a little bit longer as, or the color dissolve or dynamic, a little bit longer, so this way the change is not that noticeable. So what I do is I right mouse click in this area, add dynamic keyframe, and then what we do here is we move the indicator all the way to the right, and we'll say to that point, this is a good point in here, right mouse click again, add a static keyframe. So now I have a dynamic keyframe in this area. I can then come over here and now change my levels. So I'll come back to my scopes here, bring the lift down a little bit, bring the gain down a little bit here, bring this up a bit like so, warm the picture up like that, and then now as you can see it will change. Now we have to fix after the dissolve at that point. So if we come back to here, you can see that's our correction. And now what we want to do here is we want to grab that as a still, come over here, and now we need to match this. So as you can see here, I can then come over here and then wipe that across. Okay. Okay. So now as you can see, okay, and now we have it. Okay, so if you want to see more tips and tricks like this, have a look at the other videos on our YouTube channel, and also for more information about training, have a look at the information in the footer of our of this video. And thanks for watching. Thank you.